Hey everybody, it's Mr. Hauser. I am outside reading our read alouds this week. So I'll have 4 books that are written by the same author and illustrator. This person is someone who's written several books, including one that I read in class already called Ish, that focuses on art and perfection and how what expectations we might have for our own art or the things that we create. He's also the illustrator that we may have seen in Judy Moody books or Stink books, but today and this week we're going to look at books that are written and illustrated by him. Rather than just an author, I think of these books more as kind of narrative poems. A poem taps more into like feelings than the actual adventure or mystery, and so these books hopefully will give us an uplifting feeling. That's why I'm outside, because it's beautiful out, it's inspiring. If you look at that beautiful sky, the green trees, a little bit of San Francisco in the background, it's quite inspiring. So these books will hopefully lift our spirits and maybe change our perspective or give us a good perspective on things that we are dealing with right now. So the first book I'd like to read to you is called Playing from the Heart. And what this makes me think of, I will of course read it to you, but this makes me think of is when you are sort of forced or feel forced to learn something as a kid, you may wonder, what's this all for? And I know for me, I learned piano as a young kid. I also took Spanish classes when I was in middle school and high school, and sometimes I wondered, what's the point of me learning these? And I guess the point here is, and especially now that you're at home, you may be learning things or doing things with your family that you may wonder, like, what's the point of this? What is this? Why am I learning to do this? Why are we spending time doing this? And so this book kind of gives us an idea of why that might be. Okay, so this is called Playing from the Heart by Peter H. Reynolds. Please excuse the city noise. I can't control that, even though I'm outside. Playing from the Heart. The piano stood quietly in the living room for years. Until the day Raj first plunked and pushed the keys, delighted by every sound. As he got older, his legs could reach the sustain pedal, and the notes flowed. Raj noticed that he could mix the notes the way he mixed his watercolors. Watercolors are a type of paint that flow together. His father heard the dreamy music floating through the house. He was amazed that his son was playing beautifully without ever having taken a lesson. His father was so impressed that he hired a piano teacher to nurture Raj's talents. They began the lesson. Raj's teacher showed him that the sounds he had begun making had a way of being written. They hung on bars stretching across the page. These notes reminded him of zoo animals peering through bars, wanting to escape. Raj was a good student. He worked hard. His father was pleased when he heard songs he could recognize. As the years passed, the songs became more familiar, crisp and precise. Although Raj played better and better, he got more and more tired, until the day that even looking at the piano made him exhausted. Finally, Raj closed the cover of the keys. He was finished. The piano was silent. Years passed and Raj grew up and went to work in the city. Raj's father was surprised how quiet the house was without his son. Raj worked hard. He was diligent and focused. Then one night he got a call letting him know that his father was not well. "Tell my father I'm coming home." Raj asked if there was anything he could do to comfort him. Could you play a song for me? Raj began playing a piece he still remembered. No, not that one, his father called out. The song without a name. Raj found the sustained pedal and dove into a place he had not been in many years. The notes emerged whispery and sweet. Yes, that's the one. Raj's father closed his eyes and savored the lingering notes. Raj kept playing from the heart. You know, sometimes the things that we find the most difficult are the things that are the most meaningful to us. And in this case, while it seemed like he worked so hard and became so good, he left it. He didn't have the feeling behind it. But the feeling eventually revisited. So if you're being taught something right now, if you're at home learning a new skill, or if someone is trying to get you to do something new that you may wonder, why are you making me do this? You know, there's value in that experience, but there's also just value in enriching yourself and knowing these new things. They may not be easy, they may not come right away, but it's certainly something that if you continue to think of this story, well, it has a lot of value. And playing from the heart, it seems like the piano playing just entered from the heart, and it may not have been what he had done a lot as a grown son, but when his dad needed the songs, he was able to play them. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's a good example of a Peter H. Reynolds book, and so I'll follow up with more, and just, you know, think of something that you might be interested in learning, or just be open to something that someone else wants you to learn, because you never know when that's going to come back and be of value, and you'll notice if you put your heart into it at some point, it's still in your heart. Okay, so take care, be good, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.